up legal bullying. So yeah, they had their little thing. I'm glad I came back. I'm glad that, because I don't always come back and protest as people are leaving the church. And actually, I didn't even anticipate that there'd be some kind of special outdoor ceremony, but there was, and I was here for it. So very happy about that. So as much as they did their best to ignore the signs, they did in fact see them. So Reverend Diane Rollert's busy ignoring the protest. Oh, I think she just caught a glance at my picket signs. Yeah, she just had another look this way. So yeah, I think she sees the signs, even if she's all happy, smiley, and everything, and pretending nothing's wrong. So anyhow, oh yeah, see some familiar faces heading this way. Okay, so that's just a horn for traffic purposes. So anyhow, we'll just circulate here. But I'm very, very happy that I was here when a whole bunch of people came out of the Unitarian Church of Montreal and splashed the water communion bowls onto the plants outside the church. Very happy to have been there for that little ceremony. And we shall continue to circulate here. But yeah, some people did leave immediately after that, but others went back into the church. So, as I said, I do believe there's some kind of after service activity. And so some people are going back in, no doubt, for that. And there might be some kind of lunch or something. Anyhow, just go near the front of the church so people leaving can see the signs. Oh, I see Reverend Diane Rollett still there, talking to someone. So, So let's just have another look at the chalk slogans here. What's my exposure like here? Okay, not too bad. Maybe a little on the overexposed side for the sidewalk. But yeah, speak out against UU child abuse on Purple Friday. Purple Friday is a little event that a British fellow by the name of David Lean, if I'm not mistaken, is promoting. He wants to raise awareness to child sex abuse issues, and so next Friday he wants people to wear purple and use the Purple Friday hashtag, to speak out about clergy, well actually not clergy in particular, but any form of child sex abuse. That includes, obviously, sexual abuse of children by clergy, but it also includes sexual abuse in terms of, families and sports teams and in schools and so on. It's clergy, or not clergy, sorry, child sex abuse, broadly. But it certainly includes child sex abuse committed by clergy in general and Unitarian Universalist clergy in particular. So I will be helping David Lean and other activists against child sex abuse to promote that particular cause and that particular hashtag. So I think somebody's finally reading the signs here. So anyhow, yeah, so we got Reverend Diane Roller in the back there, and a few other people, one of whom I recognize at least. We'll just continue to circulate here. But yeah, I'm very, very happy that I came back as people were leaving, because it allowed me to be very visible when a whole bunch of people came out of the Unitarian Church of Montreal with bowls of water from the water communion ceremony and splashed them on the plants outside the church. So yeah, it looks like David Roller there on the phone. And, yep, live in harmony. That's what they say, but they don't try very hard to live in harmony with me. Certainly not. You know, I've actually given them plenty of opportunity to engage in dialogue with me towards the end of resolving this conflict. I've even offered to suspend my protest for 2 months and even 3 months if they agreed to enter into dialogue with me towards the end of resolving the conflict, but they have never taken me up on any of those peace offerings. So yeah, they're just not very good at living in harmony, really, with yours truly, or anyone else who's been abused by Unitarian Universalist clergy in one way or another. So, pretty sure I had a little chat with that fellow earlier. So, maybe not. It might have been someone else who looked quite a bit like him. Oh, and there's, trying to remember her name. Anyhow, yeah, another Montreal Unitarian who's totally complicit in Unitarian Universalist clergy abuse cover-up and denial, and thus complicit in the clergy abuse itself. But then, you know, pretty much everyone who's a member of this church is complicit in clergy abuse, because they've done an excellent job of totally ignoring this protest for a couple of decades. Yeah, quite a lot of car traffic today. Quite a lot of car traffic today.
Yes.
van there. That looks like a bus coming to pick someone up from the church.
No, I can't agree with you, so...
Well, you can't agree with me because you got your head up your ass, sir, because if you checked your facts, you would agree that the Unitarian Universalist...
Ever say that to me again?
You have your head up your ass, sir.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You have your head up your ass, sir. You have your head up your ass, sir. You're engaging in willful ignorance and psychological denial. Check your facts, sir, or you would agree with me. So, this guy's saying he can't agree with me. That Unitarian Universalism has a bit of a clergy abuse problem, not to mention a clergy sex abuse cover-up and denial problem. Yeah, that's because he's totally willfully ignorant, wallowing in psychological denial, does not want to know the truth, as can be said about a vast number of other Unitarian Universalists. And so I told him he had his head up his ass. Yes, that's rude, that's disrespectful, it's basically rude way of saying you've got your head buried in the ground like the proverbial ostrich. But since Unitarian Universalist clergy are allowed to describe people as asshats, and even crazy asshats, I think it's only equitable that I can describe willfully ignorant Unitarian Universalists as having their head up their ass. So it's just what's called